Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Hope you guys are having a great day today. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe down below. Let's get to 100 subscribers. If your life is not great, tune to make it better. Because that's what we're about. Today is a dreaded day because today we're going to start tearing down Chelsea. And start getting this car ready to sell. This car is almost at 200,000 miles, and I plan to make, I was going to do like a whole, as they say, montage for my birthday with this car. However, I'm gonna save that until when I hit 200,000. So I can spend like a whole entire weekend getting rollers and whatnot, because throughout the week, I'm already start removing some of the stuff, like the banners, the shift boot, and getting this car cleaned up, and getting the canards off, and start getting this car cleaned up and whatnot, so this car can get ready to sell. So for today's video, we are going to be reinstalling the factory headlights. So without further ado, tune in. Alright, so got the car in the position that I wanted to. That way I'm closer to the garage. But first, I made a list of things I need to get done. So we can go ahead and sell. We need to reinstall the factory headlights, the canards, remove the shift boot that Maxton gave me, and I'll talk more to that when we get to that day. When it gets to the day to do that, remove all the banners and stickers, and a car wash, and also have to clean out the trunk as well. So that's all that's going to be needed to get her ready to sell, to go to her new owner. Hopefully she gets a new owner, because I would hate to find her in the junkyard, because I will buy her back end up buying her back if she ends up in a junkyard, because nobody's going to treat my car that way. So that's the kind of owner I am. So I'm going to go ahead and get the trunk popped up and the bumper off, and let's get started with the reinstallation of the factory headlight. Alright, so got the bumper off, and automatically you have to remove this bolt right here. I do believe these are 10 mils. This one's loose. Yeah, these may be 10 mils. We'll see. You have one bolt up here. Two bolts up here. You have one bolt on the side, and I believe that's and you have two on the inside. And you have to remove this bar so you can remove the headlight. That's the only way that's going to work. And it's the same for the other side as well. And while we're doing this, I had to be careful of the wiring, because over here, as you guys know, that you have DRL light. I have DRL lights, and we had to do some hood rat shit so we can get the fog lights put in. So that's gonna be an issue that we'll have to address. Well, actually, it shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta undo this, attach. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out right here for the wiring, but for now, we're just gonna keep it simple and do one thing at a time. and get the headlights out, and then we'll go from there as far as the wiring goes to make sure I still have headlights. Alright, so I apologize for the wind noise, but got the headlight out. As far as the turn signal goes, I'm going to have to play around with this. I cut the wire, so maybe hopefully that doesn't do anything. So right now I'm about to put the old one in, and hopefully it goes smooth. As far as the grounding, I learned from my lesson from last time, and I used PB Blaster to make sure that I didn't break off, because my battery terminal is connected to it, and that would be bad because then the car would not start anymore. So learned from my lessons and got that done. So now to put it back. Okay, so as I was installing this, I did notice that this is a keynote that you probably want to take when doing your lights. Besides me needing to get my old light bulbs back in, but you have, so when installing this light right here, you'll notice that on each one of these holes you have 3, 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. So I brought back my old, I brought back the lights that Chelsea is probably known for. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take these out, these 1, 2, 3, and put it over here. And transfer it here so that the lights can stay in place. So that's something I just wanted to note real fast. And now back to getting this thing back in, and I probably should get my old light bulbs back. So yeah, I'm gonna do that before I continue. Alright, so got the passenger headlight in. all buttoned up. I am missing one bolt, but that's completely fine. That's really hard to do anyway. But I did a quick start to make sure everything was good on that side. This side, I have to be really careful with the wiring because, like I said, you have the fog light harness mixed in. We have the fog light harness mixed in with the factory harness, and the problem is that I don't know what the I know the yellow one. The yellow one we can probably lose. Okay, that's part of the fog light harness. The black one, we are going to figure that out. The red ones, again, we're going to figure that out because I wish I knew where the factory was. If I don't remember where it was. But yeah. So right now, what I'm going to do is start tackling this side, and I will update you guys. I'm also put you guys back. Okay, so this thing is bugging, but I'm gonna put you guys back for a time lapse, and I'll update you guys as I go along if I should run into any problems. Most likely, I'm going to. Alright, so switch out the batteries for some better ones, but like I said, most likely I'm going to try to remove the rest of the fog light harness. It's a puzzle with wiring, and I'm not a big fan of wiring. Like, I do not like wiring at all, so I'm trying my best with the knowledge that I do have. And all of this, okay, this is literally all the fog light stuff, so I can literally just take that away and it wouldn't do anything. So I probably might do that now before I get too carried away. That would be the best bet. And yeah, slowly but surely we're getting this ready to sell. This thing is a fucking process, but you know, got. Alright, so I got the headlight out, and I have the fog light harness separated. So what I'm going to do now is, for this video, I'm trying to beat the weather here, but what I'm going to do is remove the fog light harness and put the new headlights in. That'll be in today's video. And honestly, I got the other one off. I got the other one out, and it's already starting to look really good. How it should have been from the start, and it's not a lot of clutter. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just go from the inside and just pull that out real quick. And then get the other headlight and get everything transferred over like the last one, and then make sure everything works, because only thing I am worried about is this red wire right here, because if you guys look, if you guys look anywhere in this area, that wire doesn't connect to anything. So what I think happened was we just shoved it in there so we can have somewhere to connect it, and that was before all of this fog light shit happened, and that was over 2 years ago.
You get the sauce, bitch.
Alright, so quick update. Right now I'm buttoning everything up. The sky is getting less to my desired thing. But before I finish buttoning up, I do want to make sure everything works. Like I said, I am really worried about that red wire. So what I'm about to do is go ahead and start it up and see if everything works. See if I have my turn signals and everything is everything. And fingers crossed, I didn't fuck it up. Alright, so I didn't fuck it up. Everything is how it should be. Both lights work. Both lights work. And yeah, everything works. Don't check my high beams now. Okay, so I did run into a little issue, and I feared this when I was putting the bulb in, but I will need a new corner light right here. I will need another one. I will get another bulb for that because actually it's kind of unsafe to drive with. Yeah, that's definitely that's not good. So later this week, I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna put this in later this week. Off camera, I'm gonna do that because I gotta take everything apart and all that. But right now, I have lights. That signal works, and the signals in the back work. So that's my main concern. Is just having the lights on and everything. So I know what the issue is. It's the bulb. So I'm gonna replace that later this week when I have time, and then and go from there. So yeah, I'm also going to be knocking things off the list. You guys will see everything. You guys are going to see everything that gets knocked off the list. So we have a couple things left. So you guys will continue watching me take things off the list, and we have a couple things. The first thing is already done, so now we have 5 left to go, I believe. Yeah, we have 5 left to go. I mean, we could technically do more today, but we can do more today if I wanted to. But this is what I really want to tackle just for today, since my boy is coming to get these headlights tomorrow. So my boy's gonna come to get those. So so my priority was getting these in today. So I'm glad I got that. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is, if I wanted, if I wanted to put my money into this thing, I could go to the store real quick and get the spark plug wires, but that's not gonna change anything. But I could do that if I actually felt like it, but I don't. I'm not putting nothing more money into this car because I am selling it really soon. I need to be making phone calls, and I have a couple options. So that's how that's gonna go. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and button this up, and then put everything back on the car, and then everything's gonna be apples. Alright, got her all put together and buttoned up. I will say that the front end damage from my accident, if you guys remember that video, from my prom video, when I was back in high school, I hit my dad. Trying to get my new tires put on. which ended up being my job and me hating my life, but not to get carried away. Um, this is what she looks like now, y'all. Um, this looked completely different. I never thought I would see this look again, but honestly if I had brand new OEM lights that were more clear than this, I would probably rock that, to be honest with you, because that looks pretty clean. Uh, that looks pretty clean in my opinion. So, like from this angle, boom, perfect. But so that marks that off the list. So that marks that off the list. So I believe the next on the list. Let's go all the way over here. Alright, so next on the list we have to remove the canards, and that'll be in the video following this one. We'll be removing the canards, and then the next one will be removing the banners, I believe. However, yeah, I'm gonna remove the canards, and then I'm gonna clean the interior and detail it. Clean it out and detail it, and the detail be another video. Getting this thing 100% ready for sale. Cleaned it inside, cleaned the trunk out, getting my jack out of there, and then she will be all set to go. But yep, that's what she looks like, y'all. And the only reason why I'm doing it that way is because I like driving with banners. Like I've grown really used to having something right here because I really like this, and I like that also. So I feel like it's necessary for every car that I own. Who knows? Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please subscribe down below, like it as well, and comment if you guys are new. If life is not great to make it better, that's what we are about. That's a really true statement. I live by that every single day. I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't believe it for myself. So I will see you guys in the next video. We are going to be removing these canards and getting started on cleaning the interior, because taking those canards out only takes like a couple minutes. So we're going to clean the interior, get some of the interior cleaned out as well. Start getting that started, and then we are on our way to 200,000 miles, which I will probably hit today, more than likely. I'll hit that today, but and then the video is gonna come out next week. For me, I have all these videos come out this week, so by the time you guys are watching it, it'll be next week it'll be the following week that I'll be dropping that. So this is getting real. So I need to go ahead and start making my phone calls or whatever, and get this new car in place, because this car is gonna be going really soon. I do plan on selling it to CarMax or any dealership that will take her, because I'm trying to go for a quick sale, or I might just lower the price and see if it's going to take it for 800 or 900. So that's what we're looking like, y'all. So sad, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Tune out.